We're going to bring in our special guest for today, financial expert and president of Strellmark LLC, Hillary Forbich. Hillary, great to see you again.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Let's take a look ahead. On the bright side, what are we seeing?
The bright side, I think President Trump is totally correct. I think the Dow is going to be over 100,000. I think that he's right about that. I do think tariffs in the long run are going to be very, very beneficial. The problem at the moment is, and one thing I would love to say to the Trump administration, I think everything they're doing around the globe is tremendous, particularly potential peace in the Middle East. However, when you have Americans unemployed, it's one thing, they say, when you see your neighbor losing their job, it's one thing when you lose your job. And I think the administration needs to pay a lot of attention to those that are being displaced, not just because of the economy, but because of the AI revolution we're going through. So that's a factor that isn't in the Trump administration's control. And I do think there needs to be increased effort from the administration on jobs, 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 not just bringing down inflation, because that's what Americans vote on, their pocketbooks. And if they're unemployed, they are not voting for this administration.
Yeah, and you were just talking about a little bit ago about the Washington Post laying off over 300 people.
That's right, the Washington Post. And Jeff Bezos is one of the wealthiest men in the world, and that sends a very bad signal if he's doing that. And of course, there were protests about that. And so I would say, yes, that people vote with their pocketbooks, and I think the unemployment rate isn't very, very high, but there are a lot of unemployed people that are looking at this administration and blaming this administration at the moment. We have to take a good look at that, I think, definitely before the midterms. So I think by the summer, the administration has to pay a lot of attention to the economy, the domestic economy, because if they're not in office after the midterms, we're in deep trouble.
Hillary, so great to have you here today. Always appreciate it.
Yes, thank you for having me, Tracy. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. And we appreciate you being here today.